go. Let's go, man. It's your boy BossCowboySports. We got a good one, man. We got a real good one today. I'm inserting myself in the debate. It's a real debate too. And obviously making my voice matter. Because your boy, Boss Cowboy, he called in on Shan and RJ on 105.3 The Fan today. You know, to insert himself on a very important debate. It's a debate that everybody watching. But it's one that people gotta be real careful of. Because if you get this debate wrong, it could literally cost us a season. So, when it's something as important as this, you know Boss got something to say. And Boss gonna ask the right questions. And Boss gonna bring it. And I got a lot of respect for 105.3 The Fan and what they do. Because they have a lot of good access to keep people. And they use it. And they do a good job. But we gonna be talking about some very important stuff. Alright, so we talking about the run identity versus the Dak throwing identity. Because that's a real debate. And we want to be on the right side of that debate. We want to make sure that we putting the ideas out there that's going to move us closer to 6. So when there's a key situation that's going on, we go weigh in with our influence and try to push the envelope on what we believe. And it's gonna be good though, man. Y'all just sit back, trust me. We gonna talk about this. We gonna break this all down, cause I'm gonna be honest with you. From here on, it looked like the Dallas Cowboys are clearly headed in the right direction. I'll be right back. Y'all chill out. Get on in here. Get on in here. What's up, people? Let's go. What's up? Yo. I see you, man. I see you, dog. This stuff will work right. I'm kind of glitching. Wait, OG. Wait. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. I make y'all boys want to get down, bro. I make y'all boys want to get down. I love it. Let's get it. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in. Come on in. Alright. I know it's a compliment, big dog. That boy's supposed to be playing that old pimp music already. Yeah, bro. And Samuel, my boy Samuel, don't be soft on my girl Candy, though. Don't be going soft on me. My boy Samuel be going soft. Oh, but I wouldn't do you like that, Candy. I wouldn't do you like Boss. I wouldn't cut you off. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, bro. Lame. I ain't mad at you. Shoot your shot, bro. But anyway. Talking about the business we're here to talk about. You know, your boy Boss called in today on 105.3 The Fan, and everybody that know me know that I'm real serious about ideas that's gonna help us win, because it is an ongoing debate. It is. It's a real debate between Shan and RJ, I would say, and what's going on with KC Masterpiece. So they debating this out, and it's a good fight. But and the funny thing about this debate is I'm usually consistently on the side of Sean and RJ and their takes because I like them. I think they really, really, they almost. I like the spirit of how they debate because, especially Sean, because in my opinion, just watching them and listening to them and being a Tolo for a while, when I'm listening, I want to listen. Are you trying to win or do you care about what the facts are? And especially Sean, like Sean will fight you to the T, but when he starts seeing that you right, he'll also reverse course. RJ is a little bit stronger, and he go fight it to the death if he really believes something, right? So it's not about being right all the time. It's about if you have a conviction about what you believe, stand on it. And both of these dudes do. But on this particular subject, I'm totally against both of them. And called in to talk about it because anybody that know this channel know that I see the identity of our offense as the biggest key to us winning a championship. So when they was kind of weighing in on this debate, I called in and then, I gave my opinion. All right, so y'all just listen. I'm gonna play it real quick. Y'all listen, and then I'm gonna give my commentary on it, and then we go talk about how I think we should go about weighing the war of ideas. All right, because this is a war of ideas. That's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen with all of us. It happened between radio people, it happened between content people, it happened between coaches, it happens in the war room. Sometimes you have two different ideals that's being fought out, right? So y'all just listen though real quick and then I'll get to it. Let's go.
Boss Cowboy, where your voice matters.
Yeah, I listened to y'all case on Dak, and I totally disagree with it because y'all basically saying to drive the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle, and that's the wrong way to use Dak Prescott because y'all said last year yourself when we led the league in rushing attempts, he was the leading MVP candidate. And in 2014, Romo was also his most efficient when we ran the ball behind Murray. We also had the same thing in 2016 when we ran the ball the most behind Zeke. So if you want to help all your quarterbacks, don't treat the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle.
Boy, Sean showed you boy love with that. That boy some
treat the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle. You treat that vehicle like it's a pleasure vehicle that you take out when you need it and you prolong it and you get more wins out of it.
I love the analogy. I love the analogy. I love the analogy.
Yeah. So what's going on with that is also I have the full link in the description. Their argument and what they're saying is because Dak is a $40 million quarterback and an expensive quarterback, that the identity of the offense should be led with him throwing the ball. Okay. And shout out to Sean because Sean wasn't arrogant in my response, because most of the time when you call in and you say I disagree, most people go kind of bow up a little bit. They feelings go get involved. And his feelings never got involved. He heard me out. He listened very thoroughly. Him and RJ listened. And he credited the case that I made in terms of the Lambo, with Dak being the Lambo. And so let me explain that a little bit deeper, because obviously when you calling in, it's like y'all calling in here. You want to get to the point, make your point and get out. You don't want to try to take over their show. You want to just make your point and let them continue on with their content. That's etiquette. And that's, so I want to be fast with it with them, but I'm going to slow it down here. The reason why I use the Lamborghini as a metaphor for Dak Prescott, because that's also what remember I talked about a lot that the Joneses are reverse cheap, where if they spend money on you, they look at you like we want to get our return on our investment, which can make you sometimes force outcomes just because you paid for it. We talked about that before with Lyle Collins, right? Where because they paid for him, even last year, Terrence Steele was clearly playing better than him. Now Terrence Steele getting love this year.
Yoga fire.
He getting love this year, but he was being ignored mostly last year.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
And that's gonna happen, you know. But because they paid for Lyle. They was forcing Lyle out there at right tackle, which I call reverse cheat. Well, the argument that they're making to me is also reverse cheat, right? Because the argument is, because you paid this money for your quarterback, you have to use him and lead the offense through him. And shout out to him again for understanding my metaphor when I was calling Dak Prescott a Lamborghini, but it was more than also calling him a Lamborghini. It was also understanding how do you use a Lamborghini, right? So if you are fortunate enough to purchase a Lamborghini, you should not have purchased that Lamborghini if you go use that Lamborghini like you will use your Toyota Camry. You don't take the Lamborghini to grocery stores. You don't go get milk in the Lamborghini. No, you go use your other vehicles for that. Because when you have a Lambo, you pull that thing out as needed. Thank you. Just like what you said, Big Dow. Yes, exactly. If this, my boy say, pull that thing out twice a week. If that, right? You go pull out the Lambo when you going out with the lady, when you going out to network, and that's it. You're not pulling out the Lambo for nothing else. That's why I called it a pleasure vehicle. And notice that the Dallas Cowboys, when they didn't pay for Dak, right, in 2018, they was treating him like a Toyota Camry. Think about it. Remember, week 17, 2018, they set for that final game. We was playing the Giants. We already had the playoffs locked. We was already in, but we wanted to go in with momentum. Front office set Zeke, Zach Martin, Fredericks, and T. Smith. But Dak played. So the guys that was either a first rounder or on contract, they rested those guys. But Dak, he was only worth $600,000 then, and unwisely they threw him out there. Now we won the game. Dak threw for 365 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he didn't have none of his protection, nor did he have his running back. But he still won that game. That was the game, remember, he did the Jordan throw where he split his legs and threw it to Cole Beasley. My boy say, don't be throwing shots at my Camry, boss. Hey, I ain't throwing shots at it, big dog. I ain't throwing shots at it. You know what I mean, though. If you get a Lambo if you get a Lambo, my brother, if you get a Lambo with your Camry, you are not driving that Lambo at all to the grocery store, are you? No, that's a Lambo. So when I was talking to Shan, that was the case I was making. Like, man, you don't just go out there with Dak and slang it around because you paid for it. No, you do those things to preserve him. All right. And so it's another thing. Let me keep going because I'm gonna play it again, but I'm gonna keep going because then RJ gave me some pushback. What will say? Shots fired. Toyota Camry down. Shots fired. Toyota Camry down. Y'all feel what I'm saying. Y'all feel what I'm saying, man. It's you know, when you have a Lambo, bro, you don't treat that like any other car. You don't. So And just think about it. Think about it. Like now when Dak was paid, they manage him totally different now, don't they? See, back in the day, they was cool with Dak using his legs because he was only worth $600,000. But once you put that contract down, it get a whole lot different when you see your quarterback running around, don't it? It get a whole lot different because then, in my opinion, front office can't just make decisions that's just based on because we paid for you, we go just go crazy with you, especially coming off a thumb. You know, it's a certain way to manage it. But listen to this again. Then we go into the part to where RJ pushed back at me, and we go into the facts of it. So y'all just listen. Here we go.
Boss Cowboy, where your voice matters.
Yeah, I listened to y'all case on Dak, and I totally disagree with it because y'all basically saying to drive the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle, and that's the wrong way to use Dak Prescott because y'all said...
I highlighted him because you can see his eyes right there. He was like,
Last year yourself, when we led the league in rushing attempts, he was the leading MVP candidate.
See, let me slow down right there. Because I said, they said it. See, people forgot. They said that last year. Last year, they put out there and put to the world, when Dak was the leading MVP candidate, it was also when we was leading in rushing attempts in the league. Listen.
In rushing attempts, he was the leading MVP.
Yeah, because I quoted them. Listen.
Dak Prescott. Because y'all said last year yourself, when we led the league.
See, they said it last year. See, but y'all know me. I'm a receipt guy. I go pull the receipts and I say, yeah, you said it. This is what you said. So let me show you them talking about this last year. And it's important that we show this because then this brings home the debate this year. So listen, this was last year when we was, I think 6-1. We just beat the Giants, I think. Listen though.
And then just run it straight down their throat.
Yeah, I'll go and piggyback that right there with another star up. What's the name of the player that tried to bribe someone for a what's his name?
Collins.
Oh, Leo Collins. I forgot his name because I could care less about him anymore. Terrence Steele. Yeah, he had a dumb penalty yesterday. Everyone saw that. That was stupid what he did. But everything else in that game was fantastic, especially when it comes to Zeke. Zeke's rushing yards yesterday. Off the left tackle, 5 yards. Off the left guard, 0 yards. Off the right guard, 24 yards.
Oh, hi,
Here come the fire part. Listen.
Zach.
Off the right tackle, 79 yards.
Man, they kept running it. Every run was to the right. I tweeted that out. Every single one was to the right. I was texting my Giants buddies. I was like, "Who's your left D end over there?" And they're like, "It doesn't matter. They're all terrible. We don't have any linebackers either." And Broadus tweeted me back. He was a little bit surprised they were going to that side, just trying to pick what defensive back they wanted to go against, but they were running off of Terrence Steele over and over and over again. And
this is the biggest part right here. Listen.
And Troy Aikman had pointed this out. After the opener against Tampa, the Cowboys have been running 58% of the time.
After the opening against Tampa, we was running about 58% of the time.
It's the highest in the NFL.
The highest in the NFL.
You know your offense is damn near perfect.
He called our offense damn near perfect.
When your quarterback is the odds-on favorite to win the MVP.
Oh, people forgot. Just last year, when we was committed to running the ball, Dak was the leading candidate for MVP. But guess who was doing all the work? Zeke and Pollard. And that's always the case. I'm going to let y'all know this. It's very few times in history to where your running backs do the work and get credit for it, though. See, when running backs doing the work, they gotta be crazy. They gotta have 20 touchdowns. They gotta have 2,000 yards. But if you got 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,800, they like, anybody can do that. Hell no. But that's the case though, and no shot at Dak. You know what I'm saying? It's a winning formula that works pretty much for all quarterbacks. But let me go back to me playing that clip, because obviously that's the cornerstone of what I'm saying. Listen.
Which he is in Vegas as of last week. I'll get those numbers this week for you. And then you're running it the most with Zeke and Pollard. Everything is humming.
Because you're winning, right? You're winning all these games.
He said everything is humming. Now listen to what he said. Everything was humming. Everything was humming. And see, that's what tripped me out, when people act so shocked that Cooper Rush was winning. They act so shocked. They, Cooper Rush done won 4 games. Dak better watch out. Cooper Rush is winning, boy, Dak, you better look out for your job. You better be looking behind you, Dak. Somebody gunning for you, Dak. Stop it. Cause it's really time, if I'm gonna just keep it real.
What?
It's really time to just give credit and just say what it really is. This is a team game, and quarterbacks get too much credit and too much blame. That's just what it is. See, somebody got to tell y'all the truth. Somebody got to tell you the truth. Quarterbacks get too much credit and too much blame. That's the facts. But they pick and choose who they go give credit to, right? Because Dak, he get treated real bad. He getting treated real bad from yesterday. Ooh, he getting treated like trash. They treating Dak bad. Ooh, I ain't talking about the fan. I'm talking about the world. People over here looking at what Dak did like, it was okay. I give it a D, a C, maybe a B. Wait, you mean this dude coming off of surgery, didn't have no training camp, walked in there and had a top 3 efficiency out of all quarterbacks in the league, and we sticking our nose up at that? Anybody check and see where he stood across the competitors in efficiency? And it's a whole lot of people like, listen, I want a quarterback. If a quarterback can come off the street, ain't played in 5 weeks, and still come out top 3, I'm cool with that. Now, if you labeling it a C because you want to see more excitement, I understand. If your goal is excitement, okay, I would grade him a C. But if your goal was he efficient? Was he completing them passes? Was it over 70%? Was he smart with the football mostly? Oh, you gonna give him a B plus to a A? It just depends on your goal. Because see, when you committed to running the ball, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when you look at quarterback numbers on a team that's committed to running the ball, mostly it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be kind of womp womp. Just keeping it real, it's gonna be kind of womp womp, bro. Let me give you a perfect example. All right. Yeah, this came out from Chrissy Carter. Chrissy Carter put this out. Now, people hating on Dak from yesterday. They are hating. It was okay. It was, I wouldn't, say it was all that. No, it was okay. See, But look at what Troy did in this Super Bowl compared to that. Almost identical. Almost identical. But why? And historically, Troy Aikman numbers historically have been very. But why? Because Aikman he could throw the ball. Oh, you know why? Because his teams was led by the running game. Let me give myself a clap. I'm gonna give myself a clap. Clap for you, boss. Clap for you. Clap for yourself. When has Zeke ever had 20-some touchdowns? Boy, you talking to, hold on, I got a big super chat. He said, boss, you got to check out this video about Mike Fisher today. He just put up, it's called Top 10 Takes in Win Over Lions. Hold on, let me go back to your comment. I'm trying to find you, dog, because it's a fat super chat, bro. When you show your boy boss love like this with that much bread, you and Coach Moore, I'm going to stop. I'm gonna get back to this content though, but you know, I wanna get to my homie super chat, man. That's a fat super chat, man. I like them boys. Break off your boy boss, man. I don't see it no more. I'm trying to get the rest of that comment on what you were talking about with Mike Fish. Okay, so Coach Marv, I see he said amen. Okay, I see it right here. He said top 10 takes and win over lines. Tune in at 23, 35, 24, 13. I'll check it out. I'll go check it out. Cause usually I don't even have time usually to watch other content creators. I really don't, cause I'll be making my own content. But I'll check it out, man. I know y'all don't lead me wrong. All right, but just getting to it, that boy Aikman numbers was real womp. All right, and so, but Aikman was very important to the championships because all we needed out of Aikman when his number was called was efficiency. Well, that's all we needed out of him. We didn't need nothing out of you, Aikman. And then in terms of who had truly super talent around him, Aikman, I'm trying to remember another quarterback that had 3 first rounders on one team to throw at. Harper was a first rounder. Irvin was a first rounder. Kevin Williams was a first rounder. Emmitt Smith was a first rounder. Every one of Aikman weapons was first rounders. But when you got to spread around that ball and you led by the running game, all we need out of a quarterback to win a championship is efficiency. What we saw from Dak yesterday, we don't need superstar numbers. So for everybody that's like, we need Dak to be Superman to win it. No, we don't. Not if we looking at our real history. And let me say something else real quick about this running game and why we should be like dead ass serious about fighting for us to keep this identity, right? And one of the reasons, and also remember the whole link of that show is in the description, so I would recommend watching Shan and RJ. Watch the whole thing, not just my portion, the whole thing. But it's historic. But see, also keep this in mind. We just talked about a little bit of history. We're gonna talk about some more. So Dak was the leading MVP candidate last year, right? He was the leading MVP candidate last year when we was 58% of rushing attempts, the highest in the league. Who's the leader in MVP candidate right now? And why? I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna even tell you. You should know. You should know, but you also should know why. Who's the leading candidate right now? Hurts. Is it because he's so good? Nope.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Nope.
Yoga fire.
Hurts is game managing. That's all he's doing. He is game managing, and that's okay. And I want to say that's okay. But just like Dak, Hurts running backs are doing all the work this year. Who getting all the credit? Hurts. Them running backs doing all the work. They ran the ball on that final drive on Dallas 13 times. 13 times. And they split it between 3 running backs. Philly. And see, this is why I got to give a shout out to my boy West Coast. This is why, sleep on West Coast if you want to. I ain't gonna never sleep on a homie. You know why? West Coast told me this 2 years ago. That's why I'm rocking again, run a damn ball. He sent me and autographed this hat. Right? This is what he said. He said, boss, he said, this is the deal. He told me this 2 years ago. He said, bro, listen, if we run the damn ball, we go win a majority of the games, and Dak go get all the credit. So for everybody that want Dak to be MVP, then you should want Zeke and Tony Pollard to be running the hell out that ball. My boy West Coast told me that 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And is he lying?
Yoga
No.
fire. Yoga flame.
No. Let's keep talking about history, because people think this is just unique to Dallas. No, running the ball takes pressure off all quarterbacks. That's why Shan felt me at the end. He was like, I feel you on that. It takes pressure. Who was the MVP last year? Who was the MVP last year? Aaron Rodgers. But why? Who was doing all the work? Same thing. See, really, truly, these latest MVPs that they giving the quarterbacks, they really should be given to the running backs.
Yoga fire. Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Yeah, because now, what was they saying? This is what they was saying. Well, Dak need to be like Aaron Rodgers, because, he don't really need weapons. You can give him a number 3 and number 4, and he got so much arm talent, he gonna be able to just throw them open. So first of all, let me say this, because nobody say this loud enough. I'm gonna say it loud. There is no such thing as a quarterback that's able to throw a receiver open. That's one of the dumbest, most said things in the world, and it's completely dumb. Because I want you to think about it. You telling me that I came open because you threw a ball to a spot that only I could get to? No. It is no such thing as being able to throw somebody open. No. A receiver gets open because of their ability, not the quarterback. So if you threw it to a spot and I went in and got it, it was because of my ability to separate from that guy, not your damn ball. I'm just keeping it real. And what happened is, too many weapons are looked over and treated like poo-poo for quarterbacks. Yeah, so we don't need Amari, because a real quarterback can throw him open. You know what? Yeah, we're going to be okay at Green Bay. We don't need our number 1 nor our number 2. We're okay. No, you're not. Look who's struggling right now without their number 1 and number 2. The same person they was using against Dak last year. See, Dak need to be like Aaron Rodgers. He can just throw. Oh, he's not throwing them open this year, is he? Oh, he's struggling with that throw them open concept that y'all really say like it's true. My boy B Bird say the Jones think they look stupid by giving Dak that contract and not having him throw it around like Mahomes. Just win, baby. Hey, and this is the thing, B Bird. To be all the way honest with you, it looked like what you just said is actually in the building. So for those who used to be like, boss, Your channel is negative. It's negative. No, it ain't gonna be negative no more. Cause guess what? The stuff that they saying now and what they doing now is what's gonna likely help us win a Super Bowl.
Yoga, fire! Yoga, fire!
Yes.
Yoga, flame!
So all that boss is negative. Them days are over. Cause they doing right. They are doing the right things from the top to the bottom. I even got some good things to say about Kellen Moore. I'm going to shock y'all this evening. I'm going to shock y'all. Y'all going to be like, Boss, who is this? Is that Boss? Yes, it is your boy, Boss. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Whether it's good or bad, and I'm telling y'all, we are headed in a damn good direction right now.
Yoga, fire!
And that's one of the main reasons I called in, because I'm like, I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all show over at the Fan. I promise y'all, if Shan and RJ was on all day, I would keep it on all day. But on this one, I was like, hell no, I got to call in.
In rushing attempts, he was the leading MVP candidate. And in 2014, Romo was also his most efficient when we ran the ball behind Murray.
Yep. Romo was his most efficient. And see, I said efficient, not productive. See, his most productive year was 2007. His most efficient year was 2014. That's when he threw a bunch of touchdowns with the least amount of interceptions and a damn good passing rating. That was only under Aaron Rodgers. Most people said that was the year he should have won MVP 2014. Listen.
We also had the same thing in 2016 when we ran the ball the most behind Zeke. So if you want to help all your quarterbacks, don't treat the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle. You treat that vehicle like it's a pleasure vehicle that you take out when you need it, and you prolong it, and you get more wins out of it.
I love the analogy. I love the analogy. I love the analogy.
Here come the pushback.
If you want, I will use. If you want to use the 2016 campaign as the one, that's fine. I would caution against using 2014 that way. They were able to run the ball the way they ran the ball because they were guarding against Tony passing the ball. They didn't want Tony. The defenses made a concerted effort and a choice. We ain't letting Tony beat us. He's too good. We're gonna give, DeMarco Murray and the running game basically go ahead and run it. We're not.
And see, that's what I be talking about, man. They be disrespecting the weapons around the quarterbacks. But most people do that. Most people give the quarterback the credit for what the weapons around them are doing. Now, I totally disagree with RJ, and I sure wish I had more time to go back and forth on this, because I would have represented on that. But this is the deal. And that brings me to this point, okay? Gunslingers are overrated and game management is underrated. Because, see, if you're a team, you actually want Tony Romo to throw it more than Murray to run it. Because when we was gunslinging with Romo, we was 8-8. Yeah. When he had all them big yards, it's just like Dak. It is the exact same. When we was throwing it around, we don't win like when we get behind the running game. We don't. And listen, no. Because see, he's saying they was scared of Romo. They gave Murray that. No team is going to give you 1,800 yards for the year. Them teams, they going to stop the first threat, and the first threat was Murray. And it was the Dallas Cowboys in 2014 that they committed to running the ball behind Murray. And let me tell you how I know. Go back to 2014 and remember the very first game we played was against San Fran. And guess why we lost? We lost because of that damn gunslinging from Romo. We beat them in time of possession. We had way more yards. We had way more production. But Romo was slanging that thing. And they got them 3 early interceptions because he was slanging it around. And we abandoned throwing like that for the rest of the year. And that's when Romo went on a super run. A super run. But it was on the back of Murray. Yeah. And so let me say this to bring it all together as I go back and forth on the rebuttal that he giving me. Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you that's the truth. Dallas' best win runs are behind the run game.
Yoga fire.
Dallas' best win runs are behind the run game. And historically, it's like that. It ain't just Romo, Dak. That's also Aikman too. Our best historical runs are behind the run game, bro. It's just what it is. So when I say runs, let's talk about these runs. Do you remember when we started off 0-2? Oh, matter of fact, before we even talk about the 0-2, when we won our 3rd Super Bowl in the 90s without Emmett. We started off 0-2 without him. Once we got him, we went on a run. Think about what turned the Dallas Cowboys from a dusty team to a playoff team. Now, I'm talking to the dudes who lived through these days. Y'all really appreciating me right now because I'm talking about history. So remember we had the quarterback controversy with Aikman because he was hurt. And his backup went on a run. Why? It was Emmett's rookie season and we was running the ball. And we made the playoffs behind Emmett. Facts. I'm not playing, bro. No defense in history ever said we'll let you run the ball. Hell no. No defense was like, yeah, we gonna let y'all get 1,800. Hell no. Man, listen, any team where you averaging 5 to 6 yards, I always say, oh, this game over with. Once I see a team on the ground getting 5 or 6 and they sticking with it, they finna win that game. 9 times out of 10. Facts. But anyway, yeah. But I'm talking about our history, right? And then think about this. I said the greatest runs. What was the consecutive win record? It happened. The consecutive win record was 10 before 2016. And Romo did it. 10 consecutive wins behind Murray. Dak won 11. Another run in 2016 because of Zeke. Just last year, we went on a run where we won 6 games straight based on us running the ball. Y'all heard RJ and Shan talk about it. We was leading the league in rushing attempts at 58%. And we was 6-1. Another big run. We went on another run this year with a noodle arm quarterback behind the run. Even when we was running stupid. The way we ran the ball versus the Commanders was dumb. And we still won.
Yoga fire.
So it's not pretty, and that's one thing everybody got to go and get. And guess what? It can be pretty. I spoke too fast. Actually, let me ask you a question. Yeah, it was Steve Walsh. Steve Walsh was the second string quarterback behind Emmett. Do y'all last year when we was 6-1, Bro, it was nothing boring about that. Man, we was doing balls bad. Matter of fact, Dak was checking out most of them games by the third quarter. Cooper Rush was already starting to get reps. He was done by the fourth. We was blowing balls out on the ground. On the ground. We was blowing balls out. When did we stop running the ball, though, boss? We stopped running the ball after New England. Go check the attempts and see if you think I'm lying. The worst thing that happened to the Dallas Cowboys last year is that we won the game off of Dak's arm. When we beat New England with Dak's arm, that opened up the floodgates to that Trojan horse, Kellen Moore, and he never went back to the run attempts again. He totally abandoned it. Yes, he did. Go look at the attempts before New England and look at after New England. Night and day difference. And that's why you got to watch Kellen Moore. I'm telling you, you better watch Kellen Moore. And that's why I called in, because I'm like, man, Shan and RJ, they voice too strong to just be letting the narrative sit out there that we need to be getting behind Dak throwing. Nah, we don't. No, we don't. And that's not an insult to Dak, because we know Dak can win games throwing. But let's also be honest. It's not just about him and his ability to throw. It's also about who he throwing to.
Yoga fire.
See, this is different this year, man. It's different when you throwing to Amari Cooper as your number one. It's different when you throwing into CeeDee Lamb as now your number two with your number one taking pressure off of him, and then Gallup is just extra cherries on top. See, that's a different weaponry. But now you looking at a guy who's still trying to find himself as the number one. You looking at your number two coming off of ACL surgery, likely too early, and your number three, Noah Brown, is finally trying to emerge. That's not the strength of who we are right now. Just to be honest, just as the offense, that's not the strength. The obvious strength of who we are and the obvious veterans and guys that still got it and ready to go at any time without no issues is Zeke and Pollard. Just keeping it real. Yeah, it's not just about, hey, yeah, we got Dak. We paid him $40 million, even though his weapon's not the same. Go make it work anyway. Nah. No, sir. No, sir. How about we adjust to the talent that we currently have now? And the talent that we currently have now and the bell cows of our offense is no longer the receiving core, y'all. It's our backfield. And I'm proud to hear the Cowboys have come around. Yes, they have. Yeah. And Tyrone Church, I agree with you on this too, on CD. He said CD having a quiet season. He the 17th best wide receiver. Yeah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's real good. You know. So here we go. Let me keep going.
I can let Tony beat us. 2016, that was a different story. That was Zeke and that offensive line, going up against a brick wall and absolutely running through it.
See, this is the problem with that. He say it was Zeke and that offensive line who was basically running through a brick wall. Is that true? Is that true? Because if I remember correctly, that 2014 line was better than the 2016 line. Anybody think I'm tripping on that? I ain't tripping on that. 2004 and was 80% the same. Think about it. T. Smith was 2 years younger. Fredericks was 2 years younger. Zach Martin was brand new, straight out the bubble route on an all-pro level day one. Free was younger, And then you also had Leary, at the left guard, we've been trying to replace Leary since he left.
Yoga fire.
So I would say if we keeping it real, 2014 line was better. Am I true? Oh, let's just do it by the numbers. Who had more rushing yards? Murray. Murray had 1,850. Zeke had about 1,670. That's a big old difference, dog.
Yoga fire. Yoga fire.
So
Yoga
no,
flame.
I think 2014, my example for the Lamborghini was dead on. Dead on. Oh, and then we can talk about other quarterbacks. Like I said, this is historical. Elway and TD, Terrell Davis. You will never see probably another quarterback that threw a harder ball and a ball with pure velocity than Elway. Elway used to look like, from the television, it looked like it hurt catching his balls. It was no arc on his balls. When Elway used to throw, if you want to see somebody who had a bullet, it was Elway, and he always had it. You talking about a cannon. You talking about that ball coming out like whoa. You can look at his ball and that ball be moving. He throwing bullets. Elway, it was the prettiest. Nobody threw that ball harder than Elway, but he won shit until he got TD. He was just like what we see today. Struggling. Quarterbacks trying to do everything. Yeah, splitting fingers. Yeah. Bursay, him and Marino. See, that's a hard one. I'ma still go with Elway in terms on who threw that ball harder. Man, I think it was Elway, bro. I used to look at that boy balls and be like, ooh, I would hate to catch his balls. You know what I mean? You can see it from the TV. That ball just. Yeah, Marino was a dog though. He was a dog, but it's hard. It's out of them two. That's why I say top three. Elway. But my whole point is this. This is my, what's up, Law? My boy Law in the house, man. Y'all show love to the homie Law, man. Yeah, when the OG come in the building, man, you always say, what's up, big bro?
Yoga fire.
We got Law in the house, man. What's up? But see, what we talking about, Law and everybody else, is we talking about, like, getting behind this run game. And that's why I called in today on the fan. I was like, bro, honestly, it's been too big of a campaign to get us going in the right direction to even start the narrative that we need to put all of the weight back on Dak. It's like, hell no. Man, listen, you got me and Law rocking these running damn ball hats. You understand that? Me and Law are supporting another YouTube brother and his brand, because it's not about just his brand. It's about that my brother was right about running the ball and organized the campaign, and because Law and I want to win, we got behind it. We didn't try to change it. We didn't say run the damn ball Law version, run the damn ball Boss Cowboy version, or we didn't try to split the campaign. We just said we rocking with you because it's obvious now, bro. Especially with the makeup of this team. With the makeup of this team, with the way we have issues at receiver, bruh, it's common sense. You better get behind the run game, and it would be a very bad idea to go out there and try to make Dak throw it around just because you paid him.
Yoga fire. Yoga flame.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. So I want to give y'all some more good news. This is, see, because I know some of y'all boss negative boss. And my boy Law be trying to slow me down. Law be trying to cut me down. My boy political Law be trying to slow me down. But boss, nah, he don't never try to change me. Nah, he don't never do that. But now listen though, I know boys been on boss negative. Nah, everything right now is positive.
Yoga fire.
I'm finna show y'all everything right now is positive.
Yoga fire.
Listen,
Yoga
we are
flame.
headed in the right direction, and even with Kellen Moore. Listen to me, I'm telling you the truth. My boy Law laughing. Hey, I'm keeping it real though, huh, Law? I'm keeping it real, bro. Me and my boy Law rocking another. Bro, do you know how many men would never do that? Get behind another man's brand like it's your own. Me and Law rock my brother brand and ain't tripping. Because I ain't hating on West Coast. It's okay to say my brother got it right and support him. It's okay. Because guess what? If he got it right and I get behind him and Law get behind him, what we really saying is we putting our brands to the side for what's the most important thing, and that's winning. That's what we talking about, man. Coach Marv with the $20, man. I sure appreciate the 20 bones. And Coach Marv didn't even throw no comment in there, man. Coach, you got to throw a comment in there with $20. You got to throw a comment. Give me a comment and then I'll respond to it. Man, I appreciate the 20 bones. But, yeah, man. But this is the thing I want to tell y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen, my boy said I need that hat, man. Just hit up my boy West Coast. He got plenty of them, bro. Yeah, hit up my boy West Coast. He got plenty of them. Because that's what it is, man. Now, I don't give a damn who came up with the campaign. It's more about, is the campaign right? I don't care about who get the credit, because I'm going to give my boy credit anyway. But more so, it's the fact that he right. Let me clap it up for myself. Clap it up for me. Now, let's be positive. It's time to... So y'all been waiting on Positive Boss for months. Y'all been waiting on this day. Boss, he's so negative. Boss, he's so negative. All he talk about is Kelly Moore and the risk of us losing because of Kelly Moore. That's the only thing his channel is about. Do he have any other content? That's all he talking about every damn day. You know why I talked about it every day? Because it was the biggest risk. It was the biggest risk to us winning the championship. That's why I talked about it. So hold on, let me show y'all real quick. Give me a second. Let me show y'all. All right, here it is. Here it is, right here. I want y'all to listen. Hold on, man. Let me make sure this is the right one because it's a long clip. But it's Dak. Y'all just be patient with me. I got to show y'all my boy Dak. Okay. See, I think that would have been a wrong clip. I'm glad. Yep, here it is. All right, here we go. Listen.
Was harping on. Those are my observations, but he really wanted the Cowboys to keep running it at the Lions.
You can run the ball all you want. You can. If you want to be up 10-6 going in the fourth quarter, you can do that. You can play that formula. I don't want to play that formula. That's a scary formula.
I agree.
See what he did right
especially when you should have been down 13-10 after the touchdown.
See, he blaming the run game on us being behind.
But they fumbled on the one. You can't count on a fumble happening like that.
Or 5 turnovers.
So if we go talk about a concept, I think we should look at a concept over multiple games and not just this one game. Don't y'all think?
Or 5 turnovers for that matter. You maybe count on 1 or 2. You bank in one a game, 2 a game, maybe. Not 5. Can't bank 5 into a game. And you got to offset which the ones that you're going to.
So all them games we won by running the ball, it was not because of turnovers. Yes, we won this game because of turnovers, but not the multiple games that we've won and the multiple runs that we went on. And guess what? This is what I'm also saying about running the ball. Just keeping it real. This is the other thing. It does help your defense get more turnovers. Yeah. Lambeau feels so much better after you drive that Camry, aka Plex. Right. Let me go back to this exactly, Cubs says. But check this out.
A turnover. You're gonna have a turnover. It just happened to be on a fumble that the guy went end over end. Which I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh my God, what a tear. No, I mean those things happen. You're gonna lose the ball.
Listen.
And then you're gonna get the ball back, and hopefully they even out in your favor over the course of the year or over the course of the game. But if you want to go play that style and you want to be up 10-6 going in the fourth quarter, man, knock yourself out. It's a dangerous way to live.
Dak was
See, that's a false equivalency.
asked if he feels like this team has taken a ton of pressure off of his shoulders.
See, and this is the part Boss is getting ready to be super positive. So y'all get ready for everybody that's been waiting on this day. Oh, y'all get ready because Boss getting ready to be so positive. Listen.
I don't know if I would have felt it without being able to watch these guys for the last 5 weeks, honestly. And everything happens for a reason. And so, this time that I had off, it was a blessing. Coop did an amazing job, obviously, of keeping us in this position. And once again, just the defense and the team, just playing complementary football. And so it was important for me to see that and to recognize that. No coming back. Don't try to do too much. We've got a hell of a run game. We've got a defense that can make turnovers, can get touchdowns themselves, and a great special teams that's aggressive, and a kick return game that's, I don't know why people keep kicking it. But
Oh, y'all listen to Dak. Oh, this is what you want to hear from your quarterback. This is a guy that's unselfish, and this is what I've been waiting to know. Which side are you on, Dak? Are you on run the damn ball side, or are you on Kellen Moore pass happy side? And our quarterback is communicating, I'm on the right side. Oh!
Hopefully they even out in your favor over the course of the year or over the course of the game. But if you want to go play that style and you want to be up 10-6 going in the fourth quarter, man, knock yourself out. It's a dangerous way to live.
Dak was asked if he feels like this team has taken a ton of pressure off of his shoulders.
Talk, Dak.
I don't know if I would have felt it without being able to watch these guys for the last 5 weeks, honestly. And everything happens for a reason. And so, this time that I had off, it was a blessing. Coop did an amazing job, obviously, of keeping us in this position. And once again, just the defense and the team, just playing complementary football. And so it was important for me to see that and to recognize that. No coming back. Don't try to do too much. We've got a hell of a run game. We've got a defense that can make turnovers, can get touchdowns themselves, and a great special teams that's aggressive, and a kick return game that's, I don't know why people keep kicking it. But it's great. It's great just to be a part of. And as I said, I'm just trying to play my role and make sure that I put this team in the best chance to win each and every game.
Bruh. Finish him. Bruh. Finish him. Bruh. Finish him. Bruh. Finish him.
Ooh, I've been waiting to hear from my quarterback. Which side you want?
So there's Dak giving Turpin his props, and it sounds like he is buying into the formula.
Yes, he is buying into see, because I was on pause. I was paused. See, because I don't know what our future is going to be until I know what my quarterback going to be with Kellen Moore. Do y'all want me to lie to you or be honest? Y'all let me know. Do you want me to lie or be honest? I'm going to be honest with you. We wasn't going to do nothing but be one and done unless Dak was thinking like this. If Dak would have came back and he would have been wanting to gun it, even though he can win, that is not the formula for us to win big games consistently. Yes, you will beat bad teams. Yes. Yes, you will look good. Yes. Yes, you will put up big numbers like Romo used to and Dak was. But if you talking about winning, you want your quarterback to say, I'm a Lambo. Y'all come holler at me when you need me. Don't come holler at me. Don't come holler at me when it's time to go get some damn milk. I'm a Lambo. I don't make milk runs. But when you need that game-winning drive, I got you. If you need me to make a key throw in a key moment, I got you. I just want to do my part. That's what my quarterback just said, and that's what we've been waiting on.
Yoga fire.
That's what I've been waiting on. Some people been waiting on something else. I've been waiting on that. And see, listen, y'all, this ain't no cap from Boss Cowboy. I got the receipts. If you don't know right now, Receipt King, you don't know this channel. I'm Receipt King in this mother. You hear me? This is me from 2018. I can't even read that. That's too small. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Let me try to make this bigger real quick. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna try to work some magic over here, man, because I gotta bring this point home. And I gotta show y'all. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Nope, that ain't work. Let me try it a different way. I'm trying to make this bigger, y'all. Listen, okay. This is the whole point of that. No, I'm gonna find it. Listen, y'all just be patient. I'm gonna find it because this is important. This is important. Y'all need to see this. Y'all need to see this because it's important to know that this ain't for no content. This ain't for trying to get no clicks. This ain't trying to get no followers. This is all about trying to win. Hold on real quick. So what I'm putting in boring Dak, okay? So good, it worked. So I just put in boring Dak in my Facebook to show the history of me talking about how it's important for us to win based on the style of football we playing. So here it is. I got it right here. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me pull it. So right here, this is a better copy of it. Okay. So this is what I said in 2018 at 6:48 in the morning. I said, fun fact, Dak has won 96% of games when he throws no interception, has no fumbles, 23 wins to 1 loss. The 1 loss was his first game starting. Dallas lost 19-20. Cole dropped a touchdown. Dez dropped a touchdown. And T. Williams didn't go out of bounds in the final seconds of Dak's first game to give Dallas a chance at winning with the most accurate kicker. Dak should easily have a perfect 100% in wins with no turnovers. Summary. Boring old ball protection win games. I'd rather Dak hold the ball, take a sack, and win 90% of the time versus forcing throws. Give me boring Dak all day, and please add an extra helping of safe game management. Thanks. And that was 2018. I ain't even launched Boss Cowboy Sports yet. Showing y'all that this is something that I ain't making up, and this ain't something I called in to Shan and RJ for clout. This has zero to do with clout. Zero. This has all to do with wanting to win. And respectfully going back and forth with some guys that I respect over an idea I do not believe in. And having the courage to face them. But also shout out to them because they also handled my question and my concern without egos, with grace. They gave me credit for a good thought. They did. And I appreciate that. They didn't come out like, who are you? Who are you? Who do you think you are? We're the radio guys. You're just some wannabe guy. No, my boy Shan said, whew, I feel that metaphor. When I call Dak a Lamborghini that you only pull out when you need to. You don't make milk runs with Dak. That's a Lambo. You only go to the club or networking events where you need to showcase your car, or if you're trying to pull a 10 or a 12 dime chick, you know what I'm saying, and you out there trying to get you some boppers, yeah, pull up in the Lambo. That's when you pull it out. But if you trying to go get some diapers, use your Camry. Use your running game. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time, pull your quarterbacks out when it's time. That's what Aikman was. Aikman wasn't no big stat guy. He was all about, but when it's time, when it is time, I got you. When it is time, you can count on me. I got you. It's not about gaudy yards. It's not about big numbers. It's not about all that old bullshit that we like to see in quarterbacks, like chunking it all around. How many 400-yard games you get? It's none of that. It's important to how we're built right now. And that is some fantastic news, y'all. I know y'all been waiting on this day for Boss to not be negative, but Boss is so negative. Boss, no negativity right now. Your boy Boss Cowboy. The only thing I'm talking about right now is keep your eye on Kelly Moore, because we got to Keep your eye on Kellen Moore and what we gonna do about linebacker. That's linebacker and maybe DT. But in terms of where are we in the fight against Kellen Moore, we are way better. Who all saw Mike McCarthy's reaction when he ran that double reverse? Huh? Who saw Mike McCarthy light him up?
Yoga fire.
See, he couldn't light up Kellen Moore last year because Kellen Moore was the golden child. He was the genius. He was the obvious head coach in the making. You bet not. No, he couldn't say a word to Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore had all the political power. This year, shit. Y'all better peep game. Mike McCarthy is yanking that boy by his neck. Come here, boy. Run the ball. Ooh, and see, this is right here. This right here. I'm going to talk about this evening. See, this comment right here. Yeah. He said, that's what I respect about the Sheagles, playing to their strengths. See, listen, y'all. We are in a bit blessed place. See, trust me, I got the proof, y'all. I got the proof, and I'm going to talk about it tonight. At 8 o'clock, when I talk about Boss Star Player of the Game, I'm going to talk about how, boy, we are so blessed right now. So for everybody that's been, boss, he's so negative, y'all get ready. Y'all finna hear a lot of positivity on where we headed. We are headed in the right directions. I'm telling y'all, we even headed in the right directions with Kellen Moore. I ain't gonna get into it today, but I'm gonna get into it tonight. I promise you that. I ain't gonna get into it today, but I'm gonna get into it tonight. But I promise you this. We are even headed in the right direction with Kellen Moore. I'm gonna show this tonight. The main reason is because they finally putting the pressure specifically on Kellen Moore like I've never seen, and I'm gonna show you tonight. And it's a good thing because they are making him even more lie his butt down in green pasture. And I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. But they get your butt in that green pasture, boy. All that being cute. Ooh, they are going after him, and we finally hearing it from our local media guys. I love it. I love it. Cause some people never understood this channel. So when I was beating the drum on Kellen Moore on the risk, it was because I wanted to see this day. And I'm seeing the day that I always wanted. I wanted to see the common sense. And we starting to see it. And guess what? There's even hope for this dog to be trained. This wild dog. Because he still is a wild dog. Kellen is still wild. Wild. Yes, he is. Third down. Why do you think them thirds down? And see, people just now starting to notice what we've been talking about on this channel for the last 5 weeks. I've been saying he throw the ball at the wrong times. But guess what? They are busting him upside his head right now on them third and short decisions. People talking about for the last 2 weeks. Shit, you better go look back the last 5 weeks. He did it against the Giants. He did it against the Bengals. Yeah, me and Coach Marv live was talking about how he didn't close our games because he was throwing at the wrong time. But now they starting to call him out. That means that they're making him lie down in green pasture. This is where we wanted to be, Cowboy Nation. This is where we wanted to be. This is where we wanted to be. We wanted to be to where Kellen Moore has lost power.
Yoga fire.
So for everybody now is the time you can hope in the Super Bowl. Now is the time you can actually hold your head up and say it with pride that we're a damn contender team and everybody better look the fuck out. And I mean that. Yeah, we are a contender team and look out. Look out. Look out for Dallas. We beating teams. Man, boy, y'all better listen to me. Do y'all realize we just beat a hungry team flat? We was flat and we beat them. We was flat. We was flatter than Kim Kardashian old booty. Not the new booty. She got a good one now, but I'm talking about the old booty. Flat. We was flat, y'all. And we still skunked them boys, and they was hungry. Coming off a bye. Playing D like they ain't played all year. Corners up there playing hard, man. Akuda was playing hard. Yeah, we saw a side of Detroit that ain't nobody saw all year. Ain't nobody saw that side of Detroit but Dallas. They came out traditionally like we trying to take this from y'all. And we was flat. We still spanked them. So you mean to tell me our offense got a chance to get on track because we finally starting to pull that dog in by his leash? And you telling me I ain't supposed to have no hope in no Super Bowl right now? Oh, boss, we've been saying that for 27 years. Say it some more, damn it. When you start seeing the stuff you've been wanting to see, say it. Now, if you seeing stuff that you know is sabotaging you, you're a damn fool. But see, I'm seeing what I've been talking about and what I already put out there. I put on Twitter. I already put on that 7 months ago. I already said and pinned it. I said, if we fix this identity stuff, that's our best chance for a Super Bowl. So yeah, I called in. Yes, I did. Because I ain't trying to sit back and be quiet as people lobby for ideas that's going to move us backwards. As much as I respect them and all that they do and agree with mostly what they say, when it comes down to this subject, boss is calling in. Boss got something to say. If you ever want me to call into your shit, start talking about this topic, our identity. Look how fast me and Jay Tuck linked up once I knew we were saying the same things. Yeah. So no, we got a good chance this year, and it is coming together. And I'm not saying that off no fake optimism either. I'm not giving you no cheerleader pom-poms. If I'm cheerleading, it is real, dog. Yeah, D.A. Lee, you saw it. I saw it too, my boy D.A. Lee. But he said, I was laughing when Mike McCarthy walked over to Kellen after that dumbass reverse. Let me clap it up for you, dog. Clap it up. Boy, and what he started doing right after that, D.A. Lee, what he started doing right after that reverse, he went right back to Pollard, right up the middle. And guess what? Our third down problem is getting ready to be fixed. I'm going to talk about that tonight, though. Because, see, this team, I'm telling you, we are headed in the right direction. Now is the time to start putting your cowboy pride on. Now is the time. I don't mean put it all the way on, because we gotta still stay watchful. This don't mean, be like let up. Nah, we ain't letting up. We still watching you, Kellen. We still watching you front office and the moves that you making, and we still watching the lack of moves that you not making in trades. So we still got work to do, but every now and then when you start seeing the main things getting addressed, stop and clap it up. Let's go. Let's go. All right, man. So anyway, y'all also make sure y'all check out my boy OC. He did his recap on the win. And you know the OC, he breaks stuff down very well. He also has a lot of times very unique takes on, the games and stuff like that. But I'll assure you, Cowboy Nation, we are definitely headed in the right direction. So y'all go make sure y'all check out that video, as well as share this video. If you believe in this. If you don't share. But if you do believe in this, share this video so that we can really understand the importance of us running the ball, having a true identity, knowing who we are, and playing to the style that wins games, especially big games. Because I'm going to just say it like this. It's not going to even be boring. That's the funniest thing. See, most people, when you think about the 90s, Everybody numbers look bad except Emmett. You hear me? Everybody numbers in the 90s look bad. Aikman numbers look womp womp. Kevin Williams numbers look womp womp. Harper's numbers look womp womp. But if you remember those games, it didn't look like it did it. If you remember those games, we was turning up on bars. Until you looked at the numbers, then you'll say, damn, that's all Aikman did? That's all? Yeah. Because he didn't need to do too much. He didn't. Emmett did the work. He got the credit. Emmett did the work. He got the credit. You know? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And they all accepted that. They accepted it. They all accepted it in the 90s. And that's why I'm happy to hear Dak talking like he talking. When you hear your quarterback say, I was ready to not throw for no touchdowns if that's what's going to make us win. I'm like, yeah, he in the right place mentally, y'all. Yeah, Michael Irvin numbers was garbage, dog. In comparison to what the other receivers, let me say that too. In comparison to the other receivers in that era. He wasn't, but it wasn't his fault. When your running back is getting 22 touchdowns, they feeding the hell out of Emmett. When they dumping it off to Emmett a lot for those first downs, the playmaker was like, I missed a third down. So when it was third down, he was like, y'all know what to do. And he accepted that. Yeah, Irvin could have went to another team and turned up numbers wise. His numbers was good, but his numbers in comparison to his talent was definitely not as good as he could have been on a pass happy team. So what I'm saying is everybody got to take a haircut to win. Everybody got to take, and see, this is the thing that pissed me off about Kellen Moore. He want everybody to take a haircut but him. He want everybody to sacrifice their numbers, but when it's time for you to do the common sense thing on 3rd and 1 and just get behind Zeke and do what worked, you got to run reverses, you got to run tosses, you got to do all kind of cute stuff. See, that's when you want to showcase how smart you are on the pivotal downs. How about you show how smart you are by doing what works? See, man, I'm going to get into my content for tonight. I ain't going to let y'all get me into that. I'm going to get off of this. But I will be back. All right, I will be back tonight to represent the star players of the game. That might shock you. Also, I have some unique perspectives on where we're headed offensively. I'm going to reveal that tonight. And you should sleep better. And I mean that, bro. You should sleep better after tonight's show. Because I'm the person that you can trust. Because the things that I'm going to tell y'all tonight is damn good news. And when you hear it coming from me, you can trust it. Because if I'm kicking a dude in his teeth, he deserve it. But if I'm letting my foot off his neck, he also deserve it. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it that we are headed in the right directions. We just got to keep the pressure on. And I mean that. Let's keep the pressure on. Listen, y'all. I'm trying to practice what I preach. If I say our voice matter, then call in the shows and do that type of stuff and make your voice be heard. Make your voice be heard. Make your ideas be heard. Because if I can get them to listen to me and Jerry Jones is listening to them, then maybe my ideas can get to Jerry Jones. And if my ideas can get to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, and if my idea is the right idea, then that means we put ourselves in a place to win. But we have to be willing to believe that our voice matter and take action. That's why I called in. I've already called them twice. 105.3 The Fan got in both times over the same topic, Kellen Moore, and the usage of that. But I believe my voice matters. So if you believe your voice matters, get to work. It's not enough to show love in the chat. I'm just being real. It's not enough to be like, man, it's a good show, bro. I felt you on this one, man. I felt you, dog. Boss a real one. I feel that, bro. Nah, that's not enough, bro. Hit that like. Hit that like. Alright. Which helps more people get recommended to this video. That's the minimum you should be doing. You should be doing that anyway. Bigger than that is sharing. That's the biggest thing. Share this content because we want this to get to the right people. And now we get into the place to where we have to defend the flag. At first we was trying to plant the flag of run a damn ball. Now we're defending the flag of run a damn ball. And we got to put up a quality defense. Like, bro, I hear you, but I'm going to call in because I got something to say.
Boss Cowboy, where your voice matters.
Yeah, I listened to y'all case on Dak, and I totally disagree with it because y'all basically saying to drive the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle, and that's the wrong way to use Dak Prescott because y'all said last year yourself when we led the league in rushing attempts, he was the leading MVP candidate. And in 2014, Romo was also his most efficient when we ran the ball behind Murray. We also had the same thing in 2016 when we ran the ball the most behind Zeke. So if you want to help all your quarterbacks, don't treat the Lambo like it's an everyday vehicle. You treat that vehicle like it's a pleasure vehicle that you take out when you need it and you prolong it and you get more wins out of it.
I love the analogy. I love the analogy. I love the analogy.
Your voice matter. Your voice matter, big dog. Remember that. Y'all stay up. Your voice matter, bro.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.